America's College Promise. Did you know that in 2015, education debt reached the highest level it had ever been? 1.2 trillion to be exact, which makes it approximately 3,700 per person in the United States. This represented a staggering 72% increase from previous years, with an average student loan rate interest rate of 6.8% and no option to file bankruptcy, since student loans are not dischargeable. Borrowers often feel trapped. While blame is often shifted among institutions and policymakers for this astronomical rise, the reality is that student debt affects everyone. To better understand the issue, consider the cost of tuition from 1965 to 2015. In 1965, the cost of attending a higher education institution was approximately $1,100 per year. By 2015, that figure had risen to a projected $9,139. And that's without even counting the differences between public and private institutions. Today, students graduate with an average debt of 30,000 and are expected to begin repayment within 6 months of graduation, regardless of whether they have secured employment in their chosen field or not. On average, if a graduate makes only the minimum payment, it will take them approximately 21 years to repay their student loans. In many cases, it takes longer to repay student debt than it does to earn the degree itself. Instead of celebrating their accomplishments, graduates are often forced to focus on securing employment in an oversaturated workforce, simply to stay afloat financially. On January 9th, 2015, the White House Office of the Press Secretary released a fact sheet proposing a plan for tuition free community college. This proposal, known as America's College Program, aimed to make 2 years of community college free for responsible students. The goal was to allow students to earn the first half of bachelor's degree and at minimum gain workforce ready skills at no cost. In return, students would be required to maintain a minimum of a 2.5 GPA and attend at least half time. Additionally, the president proposed a new American Technical Training Fund, and that was to expand high quality technical training programs aligned with employer needs and designed to prepare Americans for better paying jobs. Under this proposal, costs would be covered 75% by federal funding, with the remainder 25% paid by participant states. This initiative, particularly relevant given that by 2020, an estimated 35% of job openings required at least a bachelor's degree, while 30% required some college of education or an associate's degree. Although America's College Promise was never passed into law, programs such as Mass Reconnect and Mass Educate now carry out similar goals. To qualify for tuition assistance, along with up to $1,000 for book, student must meet specific eligibility requirements, including enrollment in at least 6 credits in an eligible undergraduate program, no prior completion of an associate's or bachelor degree. They must reside within the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for at least one prior year to the start of the term and must possess intentions to remain. U.S. citizenship, lawful permanent residency, or eligible non citizen status. compliance with financial aid requirements, including completion of FAFSA or MASFA, and maintenance of satisfactory academic progress. Students are also encouraged to apply for grants, financial aid that does not require repayment. Programs such as Mass Grant offer access to federal, state, and institution-funded aid. However, these grants also come with eligibility criteria, such as being an in-state student at a participating public institution, enrollment in a bachelor degree program, no prior bachelor's degree, a household adjusted gross income of $75,000 or less, eligibility for a Pell Grant, completion of the FAFSA or MASFA, maintenance of satisfactory academic progress. Moving on to the first steps in assessing these opportunities is completing the FAFSA. Eligible non-U.S. citizens may apply for state financial aid through MASFA at Massachusetts public institutions. Once financial aid is secured, students must select one of the 15 community colleges in Massachusetts, complete the enrollment process, choose a major, and register for classes. While this process may seem daunting and confusing at first, it is important to remember that many others have navigated the same steps successfully, and it becomes less overwhelming with time. However, it is equally important to address the barriers that may discourage individuals from pursuing higher education. These barriers can include personal challenges such as childcare responsibilities, lack of support, transportation issues, and academic struggles. How about financial obstacles, including inflation, cost of living, financial instability, work-life balance, and student debt also play a significant role. Additionally, factors such as age and gender may cause some individuals to question whether returning to school is worth the effort or aligns with their personal goals. This raises an important question. How can we minimize these barriers so that emotional stress and financial strain no longer prevent prospective students from even beginning the application process? It should not require administration for a particular president to recognize the positive impact such programs can have on underprivileged individuals. Many high school students rely heavily on their parents for guidance and financial support, often placing a significant burden on families. Tuition-free college opportunities have the potential to uplift entire communities by breaking generational cycles of financial hardship. Graduating from college can boost morale, foster confidence, and provide students from underserved backgrounds with the opportunity to become integral members of society. Many may return back to their communities as mentors, inspiring future generations and helping others overcome fear and uncertainty surrounding the college process. According to Google, free college offers major pros such as reducing student debt, increasing access for underserved group, fostering a skilled workforce, and boosting the economy. However, it also presents cons, including high taxpayers' costs, potential overcrowding, strain on resources, concerns about diminishing degree value, and the reality that other expenses, such as books and housing, remain costly. So I ask you, what is your take on this issue? In your opinion, do the benefits of free college outweigh the drawbacks? Is it ultimately worth the investment?